Welcome to my channel. I believe that many of us know about Bloomberg. Bloomberg is a newspaper, it's a television media establishment that shape policy decisions in the United States. In fact, it is one of the papers that mold the opinions of members of the Congress in the United States, members of the Senate in the United States, and shape the policy direction of the White House. It is a highly reputable media organization that is based in New York. That's where it has its headquarters, Manhattan, New York. This media organization has taken a look at the presidential candidates of APC and the PDP. That's Bola Tinubu of APC and Atiku Abubakar of the People's Democratic Party, and concluded that these two men does not inspire confidence in Washington and in the war against corruption in Nigeria, which is a major challenge in Nigeria. In fact, according to this media organization, in their publication of June 22, 2022, they noticed that in previous two elections in Nigeria, corruption was a major issue of discourse. Corruption was a campaign issue. And rightly so, because Nigeria's development has been hindered by public corruption, by the leaders looting the commonwealth of the country. So any solution to Nigeria's problem must have to come from a leader who is averse to corruption, a leader who is likely to fight corruption. Now, this media organization, Bloomberg, after taking a cursory look at Nigeria, concluded that a situation where the two major candidates of APC and PDP are the poster boys of corruption in Nigeria, how could they run a campaign to address the issue of corruption? And the paper concluded, Bloomberg concluded, that corruption is not likely to get the attention of these two presidential candidates. Now, you and I know that of all the things that both Atiku Abubakar and Bola Tinubu have been saying before and even after they have been nominated as the presidential candidate of their parties, they never mentioned the issue of corruption. They are not talking about corruption. It's like corruption is no longer a campaign issue in Nigeria. It is like corruption has been accepted as a way of life in Nigeria that doesn't need the attention of incoming president. The only exception is Mr. Peter Obi, who talks about corruption and how it can be fought effectively. And and in the process, develop the country. He talked about the fact that if the leader is not stealing, if members of his families are not stealing public money, and those around him are not stealing, corruption will be reduced by 70%, which means, in estimation of Mr. Peter Obi, corruption is a leadership question. If you get the leadership right, you are good to go. And Mr. Peter Obi has shown that he is averse to corruption. Now, the Bloomberg made some interesting allegations against Tinubu and Atiku. And since they made these allegations, Tinubu and Atiku campaign have not made any efforts to counter them like the way they love to do. They have not made any efforts to counter the allegations that have been made against against them. They have not even issued a statement. And of course, the Nigerian media have not made it an issue as it should be. Some of us know why. Many of Nigerian media organizations are not sincere with Nigerians. As a result, things that should be issue of discourse are not made issues. So that is why people like us are here to draw the attention of Nigerians to some of these issues that media organizations are not addressing. Now, they made allegation against Mr. Tinubu. Let me quote the Bloomberg, what they said. When they talk about Bola Ahmed Tinubu, they said that about 3 decades ago, that Bola Ahmed Tinubu fought a lawsuit that he was sued by the US government. Fought a lawsuit in which the US government accused him of laundering the proceeds of heroin trafficking and eventually reached a settlement. So the US government sued him and eventually they reached a settlement. So probably, you know how they do settlements. Maybe they collected the proceeds of the issue at stake, or he was able to help them to track down those who are involved in the illicit business. So let me read it again for you, what the Bloomberg, I'm quoting them verbatim, I'm not the one that said this. And at the bottom of this video, I will put the Bloomberg magazine, the link to it, so that you can read it directly from Bloomberg. He said that he fought a lawsuit in which the US government accused him of laundering the proceeds of heroin trafficking and eventually reached a settlement. Bloomberg also claimed, I'm quoting Bloomberg again, that in July 1993, that's after the heroin matter, there's another issue that came up. In July 1993, when the candidate briefly served as a Nigerian senator, the US government filed a forfeiture lawsuit in Chicago against bank accounts in his name, claiming there was probable cause to believe they held the proceeds of heroin dealing. The case followed a probe of the Internal Revenue Service and other agencies in a trafficking network involving Nigerian suppliers. So, in the ranking and rating of United States, Mr. Bola Ahmed Tinubu has been linked in a lot of illicit activities, many of them drug-related, money laundering activities. That's what they are led by the US government. Now, this should interest anybody who is interested in better future for Nigeria, because Nigeria needs to get rid of corruption. Now, I will get to what they said about Atiku Abubakar. But before I get to that, let me uh, ask you, please, to subscribe to my channel. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, subscribe to my channel, hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell, like this video, share it widely. And when you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. Now, in the case of Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, the Bloomberg magazine accused Abubakar that he brought tens of millions of dollars of suspect funds. That's, he brought money into the United States that were suspect, so that is money that is believed to be money laundering and illicit money, not genuine money, into the US when he was Nigeria's vice president in the 2000s. So that's what they are saying. In the 2000s, he brought tens of millions of dollars to United States, according to a U.S. Senate report, and was implicated in a bribery case that resulted in the imprisonment of an American congressman. Neither episode resulted in charges against the man, who is now the PDP presidential candidate. End of quote. I'm quoting verbatim from the Bloomberg. So the millions of dollars illicit money he brought was a kind of, part of it was a bribe money for whatever. But at the end of the day, a member of Congress who was also implicated in that illicit fund was sent to jail. Now, the report also said that a report published in 2010 by the U.S. Senate Permanent Subcommittee on Investigation claimed that Jennifer, that's the wife of Atiku Abubakar, was complicit in helping her husband, who was then VP, bring in over $40 million of suspect funds. When you hear U.S. government say suspect fund, it's money they suspect to be money of money laundering into the U.S., including at least $1.7 million in bribes paid by Siemens AG. Now, since Bloomberg published this on June 22nd, both Atiku Abubakar and Bola Tinubu, they have not responded to it. They didn't bother to respond to it. And they also know that many media organizations in Nigeria will not do background check on it. If this report were about Peter Obi, it would have been all over the place. It would have been front page news all over Nigeria, but it is not. But it's an important information that should guide Nigerians as they prepare to elect the next president. Because if we don't elect a president who can fight corruption, what we are going to witness in 2023 will be worse than what we are passing through right now in Nigeria. Now, of these two candidates, you can see that only Mr. Peter Obi had the integrity, who has served in public office, and there is no issue of money laundering against him. There is no issue of illicit transfer of funds against him. There is no issue of bribery and corruption against him. After 8 years as governor of Anambra State, after serving as chairman of Security and Exchange Commission, after being a sort of advisor, economic advisor to the Jonathan administration, and so many other things as chairman of a bank, Fidelity Bank, and several other banks that he was a director and all that. Nothing illegal, illicit has been traced to him. Now, Peter Obi represents the kind of person that the Western capitals want to deal with, because you can see the issues raised by Bloomberg. It means that the Western leaders will not be ready to work with Nigeria. And you know, Nigeria needed a lot of support from wherever it could get it, especially from the Western capitals, from London, from Washington, from all the major capitals of European Union. But are they going to have confidence in these two presidential candidates of APC and PDP when they already know they are past? That is why Nigerians should shine their eyes, as they say in local parlance, and work and sacrifice as much as they are sacrificing now to push for a candidate who will fight corruption, who will not steal Nigeria's money, a candidate that will inspire the confidence of the international community so that Nigeria can be taken out of the woods that it found itself. That is what I want to share with you right now. And I hope that as we prepare to go into the 2023 election, that Nigerians should know it, that unless we're able to fight corruption, unless we're able to stop the looting of public funds, we are not going to make any headway. And none of the two candidates of APC and PDP inspires confidence, both among Nigerians, those who are genuinely seeking the development of the country, and among the Western powers. They have seen between these candidates. From all indication, Mr. Peter Obi is the only one that inspires confidence with his integrity, with his capacity, and with his honesty. And it's one that the Western powers can help to give Nigeria credit, can help to support Nigeria. Because the Western powers, if you read what Bloomberg is talking about here, you will know that we're in big shit in Nigeria. If we make a mistake of electing these two people that the Western media are already worried about, their honesty, their integrity, and their past. Thank you for watching this video. And please, before you go, if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, subscribe to this channel so that anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you.